God has always been a God of doors. From the very beginning, He has been opening ways where there seemed to be no way, making paths in deserts, rivers in dry places, hope in hopeless situations. And as we stand at the threshold of 2026, with hearts full of questions and minds weighed down by uncertainty, this truth must be spoken clearly and boldly. God will open doors for you in 2026, not because you are perfect, not because you are strong, but because He is faithful, and His promises do not expire with the turning of a calendar page. Some of you are walking into this year carrying the memory of doors that slammed shut, opportunities you prayed for that never came, relationships you fought for that still fell apart, plans you made with tears and hope that seemed to collapse overnight. You did everything you knew how to do, and still the door did not open. And now you wonder if 2026 will be any different. You wonder if God has forgotten your address. You wonder if heaven has gone silent. But hear this, a closed door is not a forgotten prayer. A delayed answer is not a denied future. God is never late, and He never abandons His own. There are doors that must close so better ones can open. There are paths God blocks because they would destroy you, even though they look right to you. Many times what we call rejection is actually protection. What we call delay is preparation. God sees the whole road while we only see the next step. And when He closes a door, it is not to punish you, but to position you. In 2026, God is not asking you to force doors open with your own strength. He is not calling you to manipulate, beg, or compromise your faith to move ahead. He is calling you to trust Him. Because when God opens a door, no human being can shut it. No system can block it. No enemy can reverse it. When God opens a door, it opens at the right time, in the right way, and for the right purpose. Some of you have been standing in front of the same locked door for years. You knock and nothing happens. You pray and nothing changes. You fast and still the door does not move. And you begin to think the problem is your prayer or your faith or your worth. But the truth is, God may be preparing something so big, so transforming, that if it opened earlier, you would not survive it. God is more interested in who you are becoming than where you are going. Throughout history, God has used closed doors to shape His people. He shut the door of the ark before the rain began. He closed the Red Sea behind His people so the enemy could not follow. He allowed prison doors to close on faithful servants, only to open doors of influence and destiny later. God knows how to close a door, but He also knows exactly when to open one. In 2026, some doors will open suddenly, doors you did not expect. Doors you did not even pray for because you thought they were impossible. Opportunities will come that you are not qualified for by human standards, but you will be called by God's standard. And when that door opens, do not hesitate because of fear. Do not shrink back because of past failures. Walk through it with humility and faith, knowing that God does not open doors to embarrass His children. He opens them to fulfill His purpose. There are doors of healing that God will open in 2026. Healing from wounds that have followed you for years. Healing from words spoken over you that shaped how you see yourself. Healing from losses that changed the way you trust. You learned how to smile on the outside while bleeding on the inside. But God sees what no one else sees. And when He opens the door of healing, it may not erase the memory, but it will break the power of the pain. There are doors of restoration God will open. Things you thought were permanently lost will be returned in ways you never imagined. Relationships that seemed dead may be revived, not exactly as they were, but healthier, stronger, and rooted in truth. Dreams you buried because they hurt too much to remember will rise again. God is a restorer, and He specializes in rebuilding what life has torn down. There are doors of provision that will open in 2026. Some of you have lived under financial pressure for so long that it has become normal to you. You pray, but you also worry. You believe, but you also fear. Yet God has not missed a single bill, a single need, a single tear shed over lack. Provision does not always come early, but it always comes on time. And when God opens the door of provision, it will not just meet your needs. It will strengthen your faith. There are doors of purpose that will open. You will discover that what you went through was not wasted. The pain taught you compassion. The struggle gave you wisdom. The delay trained your patience. And suddenly, you will find yourself standing in a place where your story becomes someone else's hope. God never wastes suffering when it is surrendered to Him. But understand this clearly. Every open door comes with a responsibility. When God opens a door, he expects obedience. Not partial obedience, not delayed obedience, but a willing heart that says, Lord, I will follow where you lead. Open doors often require courage because the new place is unfamiliar. The new season demands growth. The new opportunity exposes areas where you must rely on God more than ever before. In 2026, God will open doors that require you to let go of what is familiar. You cannot step into the future while clinging to the past. You cannot walk through a new door while holding on to old bitterness, old fear, old habits that no longer fit who God is calling you to be. Some doors will only open after surrender. Some blessings only come after release. You may ask, how do I prepare for the doors God will open? You prepare by staying faithful where you are. You prepare by praying even when answers seem far away. You prepare by living with integrity when no one is watching. You prepare by forgiving even when it feels undeserved. You prepare by trusting God's character when you do not understand his timing. Do not compare your doors with someone else's. God's plan is personal. The door he opens for you will fit your calling, your story, your assignment. Envy will only distract you. Faith will keep you focused. When your door opens, you will know it is from God because it will align with his word, deepen your dependence on him, and bring peace even in the midst of challenge. Some doors God opens will test your faith before they bless your life. You will walk through and immediately face resistance. Do not panic. Opposition is not proof that you missed God. Often it is confirmation that you are exactly where you should be. The enemy does not fight empty doors. He fights doors that lead to purpose. In 2026, God is opening doors not just for your comfort, but for his glory. Doors that allow his love to reach others through you. Doors that place you in positions where kindness, truth, and grace are needed. Doors that remind you that your life is part of something bigger than your personal success. If you have been praying for a sign, let this be it. If you have been asking for reassurance, hear this with your heart. God has not finished with you. The story is not over. The door you need most is not locked forever. God is working behind the scenes, aligning moments, moving people, arranging circumstances you cannot see. Walk into 2026 with expectation, not fear. With faith, not bitterness. With hope, not despair. Keep knocking, keep trusting, keep believing. Because the God who opened doors yesterday is the same God today, and he will open doors for you in 2026, doors that lead to growth, purpose, healing, and a deeper walk with him. And there will be moments in 2026 when you stand in front of an open door and feel unqualified, unprepared, even afraid. Your heart will say, I don't know if I can do this. Your past will whisper, remember how you failed before. But God does not consult your past when he opens a door. He looks at your surrender. He looks at your willingness. He looks at your faith, even if it is small and trembling. And he says, my strength is made perfect in weakness. Some doors will open quietly, no announcement, no applause, no dramatic moment, just a gentle opportunity placed before you, almost easy to overlook. And if you are not attentive, you may miss it, waiting for something louder, bigger, more obvious. But God often works in stillness. He often opens doors in ordinary moments through simple obedience, through small decisions that seem insignificant at the time, but later reveal their eternal weight. In 2026, God will open doors that challenge how you see yourself. You have lived too long under labels that do not come from him, names spoken by failure, by rejection, by disappointment. But when God opens a door, he also reveals a new identity, not who people said you were, not who circumstances tried to make you, but who he created you to be. And stepping through that door means agreeing with God even when it contradicts everything you have believed about yourself. There are doors that will only open after perseverance. You will knock more than once. You will pray again after feeling unheard. You will stand firm when it would be easier to walk away. And in that persistence, something changes. Not just the door, but you. Faith deepens. Trust matures. Dependence on God becomes more than words. It becomes life. Do not be surprised if some doors open while others remain closed at the same time. God often opens one door while keeping another shut to keep you focused. Too many open doors can distract you. Too many choices can confuse you. But when God opens the right door, It draws your heart toward Him, not away from Him. Some of you will experience open doors that come through people, unexpected connections, conversations that seem ordinary but become life-changing, relationships formed at the right moment. Be careful how you treat people in 2026. The door God uses may be standing right in front of you, disguised as a simple encounter. And there will be doors God opens that require patience after you walk through them. You will expect immediate results, quick victories, visible success, but instead you will find process, growth, learning, waiting. Do not mistake slow progress for failure. When God opens a door, He also commits to walking with you through what's on the other side. Some doors will require courage to stay open. Pressure will come to make you compromise, to step back, to return to what feels safe. But what God opens, He opens with purpose. And staying faithful in that place, even when it costs you comfort, will shape your character in ways ease never could. In 2026, God will open doors that answer prayers you forgot you prayed, prayers whispered in pain years ago, prayers spoken with tears when no one else was listening. Heaven did not forget them. They were stored, not discarded. And when the door opens, you may look back and realize that every delay was part of a greater design. There will be moments when the door opens and you must decide quickly. Obedience will not always come with time to analyze every detail. Faith sometimes means stepping forward before you feel ready. And as you move, clarity follows. As you obey, strength rises. As you trust, God confirms His leading. God will open doors that stretch your faith beyond comfort. You will pray more because you must. You will rely on Him more because you have no other option. And in that place of dependence, you will discover that God is closer than you ever imagined, more faithful than you ever believed, more involved in your life than you ever understood. And as these doors begin to open, one after another, in ways both small and significant, your heart will start to change. Gratitude will replace fear. Trust will replace control. Expectation will replace dread. And you will find yourself waking up each day with a quiet confidence, knowing that the same God who opened one door is already working on the next. Walk into 2026 with expectation, not fear. With faith, not bitterness. With hope, not despair. Keep knocking. Keep trusting. Keep believing. Because the God who opened doors yesterday is the same God today, and He will open doors for you in 2026. Doors that lead to growth, purpose, healing, and a deeper walk with Him. So as you stand on the edge of this new year, do not let fear decide your steps, and do not let yesterday define tomorrow. Lift your eyes higher than the doors you see, and trust the God who holds the keys you cannot reach. What looks impossible to you is never impossible to Him. What feels delayed is never forgotten by Him. What seems closed today is not closed forever when God is involved. Make up your mind now that when God opens a door in 2026, you will walk through it with faith, humility, and obedience. You will not run back because of fear. You will not stand frozen because of doubt. You will move forward because you know who opened it. And even if the path beyond that door is narrow, unfamiliar, or challenging, you will remember that God does not open doors to abandon you. He opens them to walk with you. Let this truth settle deep in your heart. No closed door can cancel God's plan for your life, and no enemy can stop what God has ordained. If He promised it, He will perform it. If He called you, He will equip you. If He opened the door, He will sustain you on the other side. Step into 2026 not asking, what if it fails, but declaring, if God is with me, I cannot fail. And when the doors begin to open, one step at a time, one moment at a time, give Him the glory, stay faithful in the place He brings you to, and never forget this. The God who opens doors is far greater than the door itself. Trust Him, follow Him, and walk forward with confidence, because the hand that opens your doors is the same hand that holds your future. Walk into 2026 with expectation, not fear. With faith, not bitterness. With hope, not despair. Keep knocking, keep trusting, keep believing, because the God who opened doors yesterday is the same God today, and He will open doors for you in 2026. Doors that lead to growth, purpose, healing, and a deeper walk with Him. And even after you walk through those doors, remember this: your greatest confidence must never be in the opportunity, the position, or the blessing itself, but in the God who opened it. Doors will change, seasons will shift, circumstances will rise and fall, but God remains the same. Do not let success make you forget Him, and do not let struggle make you doubt Him. Stay low in humility, stay strong in faith, and stay close to His voice. There will be days in 2026 when the open door feels heavier than you expected. Responsibility will press on you, expectations will surround you, and you may be tempted to ask, why did I ask for this? But in those moments, remember, God trusted you with that door. He saw something in you before you saw it in yourself. He prepared you in secret for what He would reveal in public, and He will not leave you alone to carry what He designed you to walk through with Him. Let your life become a testimony that doors opened by God lead not just to progress, but to purpose. Let people see that you did not get there by luck, by manipulation, or by compromise, but by faith, obedience, and grace. Let your words carry hope. Let your actions reflect His love. Let your journey remind others that when God opens a door, it is never just for one person. It is for everyone your life will touch. So move forward with boldness and reverence. Knock when He tells you to knock. Wait when He tells you to wait. Walk when He tells you to walk. Trust Him when you do not understand Him, because the same God who opened doors behind you and beside you and ahead of you is shaping a future greater than anything you could plan on your own. And as you continue walking step by step, door by door, let your heart remain anchored in this unshakable truth. The one who opens the door goes before you, stands with you, and will never fail you. Walk into 2026 with expectation, not fear. With faith, not bitterness. With hope, not despair. Keep knocking, keep trusting, keep believing, because the God who opened doors yesterday is the same God today, and He will open doors for you in 2026. Doors that lead to growth, purpose, healing, and a deeper walk with Him.